Backrooms.
I'm sorry. Hey, it's me, Trigonis, late in the summer. This is gonna be like a short video since I got like another long video that I'm working on, but this is gonna be the video for this summer because I don't know, the Backrooms has been like popping up in my YouTube feed for a couple of days. And yeah, I can see why. The Backrooms movie, I guess. And the internet has been like obsessed with it now since, Backrooms movie. So yeah. Okay, so the Backrooms is like a creepypasta where like there are these like long ass rooms and several rooms and more rooms and there's just like a bunch of monsters in it where they attack you and stuff at random. It's really like interesting creepypasta and kind of like an explorative one because it's just a bunch of rooms where there are like different monsters and it's kind of creative, I guess. And I guess that's what led to having a movie. Now, the Backrooms movie, in my summarization, from the misderanged, full-coded video of it, is like there's these two main characters. Like there's Clark, and then there's the therapist. I don't know the therapist's name. I think I forgot about it. I think I'll call her Tracy, I guess. So Tracy and Clark basically have like a therapy session where they're like talking about therapy stuff, and then Clark goes to his like mall shop where he's like the owner of it, and he basically like works there, and he discovers the back rooms by slipping onto a wall, and then he goes back and gets a chair since he heard a noise, I guess. I don't know. This is a pretty crappy summary.
Right.
Clark returns from the back rooms and like shows a map of the back rooms to the therapist like the next day, I guess, and said that he was gonna prove that the back room was real or something. And he goes with two people, a boy and a girl, and he they go, and in obvious horror movie fashion, the some of the group dies, the two people, and Clark runs from a monster because monster in the back rooms, and yeah, and then he gets caught or something. I don't know. There was no transition, and the therapist looks for Clark, and she discovers the back rooms as well and walks through it, and then he goes through, and then he finds Clark. Clark is now insane, and they have the famous same character table scene where they just shout and say curse words and just like fucking like do a therapist session again, which is kind of cool since they're like paralleling the scenes. And Clark's monster showed up. Clark dies because of the monster. The therapist runs in horror movie fashion, and then she defeats the monster, and a bunch of laboratory dudes like save her from the monster, and they went out of the back rooms, and the therapist is now in the laboratory, and that's it. That's a movie. Yeah, that's how I summarize it. I don't know. Maybe I got some parts wrong or something. But I also think that's how the internet summarizes it, because that's basically what the internet is saying about the movie. When you type in the YouTube search bar Backrooms Movie, there are two types of videos that will pop up. And one is the information theory bullshit videos that like talk about what the movie means or whatever, or what the movie reveals or something. and then a bunch of YTPs of the movie, and also the Mr. H Vokoda thing. Okay, so this is like future me recording this part because I forgot to add this to the video. So yeah, I also found like this other thing from the Backrooms internet. There's like this Japanese music video about the Backrooms creepypasta called Looping the Rooms. And the internet took that and then somehow made it into like the Backrooms movie theme song. Because there's like another video remixing that music video called LARPing the Rooms, and it's basically like a guitar remix of it. Because, we just needed to add like a freaking guitar to that music video. And the internet just took that and just made it like the theme song of the Backrooms movie. And I don't know why they did that because like the original music video was like 7 months ago, 7 months ago, or 8 months ago, and it's like pretty weird that they just made it into a part of the Backrooms movie for some reason. So yeah, that's like I don't know. It's pretty weird for the internet to do that since the music video wasn't relating to the movie at all. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in this recording. Take it away, past me. Whenever I like go to my YouTube feed for something on my phone, there's like at least one video of a YTP of the Backrooms movie or an animation of a particular scene in the Backrooms movie. And it appears like every day on my YouTube feed. It's like weird to me because isn't this supposed to be like a horror movie or something? A good horror movie at that? And I see this everywhere. Whenever you like go to the YouTube search bar or and type out these specific words like I am a fucking architect or stay in character or something and and put the Backrooms movie on it, there's gonna be like a bunch of like animations and shit and like secret YTP stuff about those two particular scenes. And I feel like the internet is like focusing on those two particular scenes because they are just like good writing, I guess. And I feel like the internet doesn't acknowledge the rest of the movie because of that. I'm not saying the YTPs are bad in a sense because there's like a lot of good ones. Like there was one hidden YTP where it was a particular scene from the Backrooms movie, and like it's just like flashes AI images when a particular line came up from that particular scene of Clark like yelling at the therapist about staying in character or whatever. And it's just like it's funny, man, because there's just like a lot of AI images of like particular scenes of like the Backrooms movie and the lines. And I don't know why there's so many. But also, in a way, it just like diminishes the movie of being a horror movie and a decent one at that. Like, I know the internet like just likes to focus on those two scenes because it's just Clark yelling at the therapist about staying in character and being his wife and also just being an architect or something. But in a sense, it was good writing, and it's just the internet particularly just ignoring the rest of the movie because it's just like monsters and shit. It's just Clark running from them and the characters running from them and such. So I don't blame the internet for like just focusing on those two scenes because out of context, those two scenes are kind of funny because it's just Clark yelling at the therapist a lot. So yeah, but it's still kind of disrespectful in a way since it's not taking the movie that seriously since it's decent. Like I've never seen a single YTV of the new Mummy movie or something, and I've never seen it, but it's like disappointing to like moist critical. So I thought there would be YTPs of that, but there's apparently not. Or the Scary Movie 6. I thought there were gonna be YTPs of that when it came out since it's a parody, but no. There's just none. And that's it. It's only the Backrooms movie that's getting YTP'd a lot. I think this is somewhat like a way of showing that, I don't know, the internet is like really like this movie, but they're like doing it in the most stupidest way possible because, it's a creepy pasta movie and they change parts in tweets and such. So like, yeah, I think the internet thinks this is good, but they just like do it in YTPs and other really weird shit. And I think it's like fascinating to watch and also kind of like weird since this is a horror movie. But you know what? That's just the internet. So like, I think that's somewhat good for the movie to get distraction from the internet. All right, this is the end of the video, so I just wanted to like talk about some Backrooms movie shit that's been like appearing on my YouTube feed. So yeah, um, I'm going to like probably work on the indie pilot video for the rest of the year, and probably release it at like later in the year. I don't know. But I don't know if that's really like possible since I like got school and stuff. This is the end of the video, and I hope to see you all later. Dragon's out and stuff. Oh, and also